Tonya, thank you so much for being here tonight.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Great. Like, and one more round of applause, just because she's here. She made the trip down. So, Tonya, you've been the subject of documentaries and like various articles and pieces before, but what was it about I, Tonya, that made you go, I'm ready for someone to play me on film?
Well, I thought just maybe they might get it right. And obviously, 99% of everything that was in this movie is the truth. And for once in my life, I finally feel a peace about my life. And it's not just about me. Obviously, I've been to hell and back many times. But it's about my son. Knowing that my son will know Mama's not a cheater. That's the most important thing to me.
So that's actually one of the things I'm curious about. Like, obviously, your son is very young right now. Are you going to show him the film someday? Obviously, you're going to have a conversation with him about this time in your life, but like, at what age do you think you would show him this film? Language aside.
Well, he hears that all the time from everybody anywhere, you know, video games and everything else, and then I'm going, no, you're not going to watch that. I think that he's already seen parts of the movie while he was playing with his friends and stuff while we watched it, but I think that it's something that I want him to be a little older, a little wiser, and I want to teach him the rights and wrongs of life prior to him seeing this, because I know it's going to hurt him. I don't want him to hurt.
No, of course not. And I don't know if it's going to hurt him, because to me at least, this was your chance to sort of undo the perception of vilification, right? Like, we hear your side of the story. Yes, it's a fictional film, but it's finally like your side of it. And I don't know if at the time people were ready to tell your side of the story.
No. No, I mean, when Stephen contacted Linda and Greg Lewis, who are my godparents and also my publicist, I was like, well, I have nothing to lose. Other people have tried to put together a movie or put together different things, and it's always their perspective of what has happened in the media. And so I'm like, you know, I have nothing to lose. I mean, I'm going to give him my story and see where it comes out. And I could never have imagined that my life being beat up all the time and put through hell all the time and being told that you aren't going to be worth anything. You are fat, you're ugly, and you're going to end up just like me, is what my mother used to always say. And I always swore, I will never be like her. And I just, thank you. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with waitressing. I even tried it.
I don't think that's what people are taking away from it.
But now that I am a mom, my son just turned 7, and I just always knew that that's the most precious thing that I could ever receive from God. I mean, I was told that I would never have children. I've been on too many medications, too many girl problems, and blah, blah, blah. You don't need to hear anymore. But when I became pregnant, that I knew that that was my miracle. And there's 2 things in life that no one can take away from me. And 1 is my skating, and 2 is my son. Thank you.
So you had nothing to lose, and then you were told Margot Robbie's going to play you. Like, what was your first meeting with her? Because
I was like, holy crap, Harley Quinn? Yeah. She's beautiful, she's talented, and I was like, oh my God. And then when they told me Alice and Janney from the TV show Mom, I'm going, she's going to play my mom? I mean, but she's too nice.
I'm going to guess you did not watch The West Wing then. She was a little harsher on that.
But when I saw the movie the first time, I was so scared. Craig Gillespie brought us up, my husband and I, up the movie, and I'm like, okay, you can watch it, but you're going to sit down there, because I don't want somebody watching me.
Watching you.
Right, watching me, watch me, yeah. No, but I started watching the movie, and I'm like, oh my God, Margot's, she's doing so great, this is awesome. And I'm like, shit, that's me. Oh boy, oh, good job. But when I saw Allison playing my mother, at first I thought, God, my mom must have had some makeup done or something, because no, there's that stupid damn bird. Oh, that is her. Oh. I swear, it was the nastiest thing in the whole world. I mean, she'd walk around with this fake fur coat when it's 70 degrees out, and bird poop all over her. And then she'd walk around with curlers in her hair, too. And the fun part was when she'd put me in curlers and we'd have to go to the grocery store.
Was the bird there?
Oh, yeah, the bird was
Oh,
on her
good.
shoulder.
Just in case.
Absolutely, the bird went everywhere with her. Like, oh my God.
I'm curious if there is a particular scene in the film that maybe not, like, because obviously it's a fictionalization, right? Like, they do have to take some liberties. It's a film, it's not a documentary.
Yes.
But is there one scene in the film that you feel truly speaks to the sort of overall emotional state of where you were during this unfortunately painful time in your life?
Gosh, all I know is that the best part of the movie was when I told the judges to suck it.
Which, to my understanding, you did not get to say to their faces.
I did not do that in front of anyone.
But the
and
inner monologue.
I didn't even say it like that. I just told a judge in the hallway after competing with my coach that if you can afford the $5,000 to have a dress made for me, I'll wear it. But until then, you can just shut your mouth. And I turned around and walked away, and my coach's mouth went, but I wish I could have said what I said in the movie.
Actually, that leads me to a question about actual ice skating, because you were at the top of the sport, and we just had the Pyeongchang Olympics. Like, do you feel that it's sort of antiquated in the way that women are judged versus men? Because I've never heard a male figure skater be judged on, like, well, your outfit wasn't, like, chic enough, or your face wasn't made up enough, or, like, you weren't athletic enough. Like, I've never heard that, but you were in the sport, so I don't know if that's a thing.
Let's see. How do I be a lady about this?
See, that's the thing. You have to be a lady about it, right? It's like, is it fair that we have to be ladylike about this question?
Figure skating is a very political sport, and as you all know, I never fit in, but I was going to make them let me fit in. And there wasn't anything else. I mean, skating is what God gave me, the talent to do. And, I mean, I can still do doubles now.
Which is so impressive, by the way. Like,
I skate 3 days a week. I train at home. I do all kinds of stuff at home. But, I mean, my passion, of course, is my son. But when he gets to go to school, now that he's in first grade, it's mommy time. So then I do all my exercises to music and stuff, and then I go out and work in the yard. I love tractors and all that kind of stuff. That's a lot of fun. That's my next endeavor.
but speaking of athletic endeavors, the triple axel. You were the first American woman to land one in an international competition. It is 3.5 rotations.
It is.
And you were going forward by landing backwards?
Yes.
While knives are attached to your feet.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yes.
What goes through your head when you think that? Because only 8 women have actually landed in international competition, like to this day, and the 8th one was this year.
Yes.
What goes through your brain when that happens?
Well, I mean, before you saw the program at the very end, and right before, I mean, it's like God and devil. Okay, I can do it. No, you can't. Yes, I can. No, I can't. Yes, I can. And I'm like, I'm doing it. Bam. And I was like, yes, because I did this for me. This was for me. And when I went out and skated, anything else, not the competitions. Competition was for me, but the exhibitions and everything I got to do afterwards, where you can skate to any kind of music like you do now. They can skate to anything, and they don't get marked down for it. That was for you guys. Everything else was for you guys, because that's what I love to do. I love the performance part.
If there was to be a sequel to the film about this like current chapter of your life, what would you call it?
Here we go again. Without the violence, of course. I'm very fortunate. I have been married almost 8 years, and my son just turned 7. And God sent him to me. Wonderful man.
So one of the things I love about reading about your marriage, because we just met tonight, so I can't say I know about your marriage. You proposed.
I did.
What was that like? Did you get down on one knee?
Yes, I
or
did.
Or is it just baby, let's do this?
Oh yeah, baby, let's do it.
All right. And what
I
was
did.
his reaction to that?
He said absolutely. I got down on one knee in front of all of our friends at his birthday party I set up for him, and I asked him to marry me. I knew this was the man that God was giving me, because I had tried the 8 others, and they were all the same. And yeah, I know. And it just seemed like there was never going to be a man that could be there to put up with my crap. Because trust me, I know I'm hard to get along with. But on the other hand, the opposites attract. He's so easygoing, and I'm a spitfire, fireball,
You?
Never. And so it's an amazing life, and it doesn't matter what you have. As long as you have family and love and the respect and the care, that's all that matters in life, truly.
On a slightly serious note, well, not that none of this has been serious, but this can be a tough movie to watch, and it makes us, I think, all of us feel for you and the things you suffered from. What's something that you would tell other victims that helped you get through the harder times of this?
I guess that when I say you have to love yourself first before anybody else can love you, I think that people need to realize that it happens so much in today's society, everywhere you go. And maybe my movie will help other people to realize that if somebody is asking for help, or if they're saying something that sounds totally, outrageous, that there's just no freaking way that could ever happen, then maybe just take 1 second and think about my movie. And maybe then you'll be that person that can help that person. Because they're asking, but maybe they just don't know the right way to ask. It's okay. It's okay to ask for help. If you don't get it from one person, go to somebody else, because there is somebody there that's going to help you. Somebody will listen to you at some point in time. But life's just too precious to give up on it. Go for your dreams. And if you can't reach those dreams, then you always have to have a backup plan. There's an A plan, there's a B plan, there's a C plan, and who knows how many there could be. But just don't give up. And don't let anybody ever tell you that you can't do it. Because if your heart's in it and you go for it and you love it, then that's what you should do. Prove everybody, this is what I'm going to do.
I was about to swear and say F yes. Look, I love the line of the movie. I thought being famous was going to be fun. And again, correct me if you disagree, but I feel like this movie is finally kind of correcting the misperceptions about you. So I think my question is, are you having fun now?
My life has been very good since my husband and my son. I don't let people bother me. And well, I'm sorry, that's not true. When some people say bad things about me, it does still hurt inside. But I'm always going to be that tough bee who is just going to go, whatever, and then go in the garage and kind of sit there and tear up and think about it and go, wait a second, why are these people making me feel insecure? They don't know me. Then I have to remember that it's in the past. I have my future, I have my life, I have my family, because that's the most important. You can't please everybody. I mean, literally, you cannot please everybody. But if you can please yourself, that's all that matters.
I think with that, huge round of applause. A huge thank you to Tonya Harding for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us.